What's going on, everybody? It's Matt with American Ford WD. Today is a very special day because we have the 1-ton axle swap in the shop and we're rocking and rolling on it. Everybody's super excited, like Kyle and Hunter. They're super excited.
The 40s and the 1-ton.
40s and the 1-ton. So, I just want to show you guys what we got to work with, the start of this adventure, and we're just going to keep doing updates through the whole thing. That way you can see everything that's going on. So let's go out into the shop. All right, so we've got March JK behind me. It's got a Hemi. It's got 6-inch long arm. It had 39s, but it has the stock Rubicon axles. So what he wanted to do is he wanted to go to a set of these guys right here, which is the Baja Pros, the XS, the radial versions of their competition tire. But we started talking, thinking the axles may not hold up to this. So we decided to go with 1-tons, which I'm glad he gave us the opportunity to do that. So it's really cool. Just want to give everybody a quick throwdown on what we got. So we have stainless steel brake lines front and rear. He's already got them, but they're a little bit old and crusty and all that fun stuff. So we got some new ones here. Got a new Fox stabilizer. We got the TerraFlex Alpine long arm. They are awesome. They are all put together. They're not set yet, but they're all put together. We've got the rear axle under here. We've got the front axle under here. That's the ultimate Dana 60s. And then we got our Raceline Monster beadlocks, 8x6.5. And so here we have the Jeep. So Matt's already started tearing down the front. Matt's having a great time.
Oh,
yeah. This will be a long but fun little process today. It's gonna be a long day. The only real issues we're gonna have is the spare tire carrier. It's for the 5-on-5 lug pattern. So what we have to do is we have to take the spare tire off, and on that plate, we have to take one of the brake rotors off of the Dana 60, set it onto that plate, and then mark out the 8x6, drill them out, and then put studs in it, or at least 3 studs in it. That way it can hold the spare tire on there. We've also got King shocks. These are awesome. We're still waiting on the King bump stops, the air bumps, but these guys are pretty wicked. We already unboxed them, started playing with them. These things are really hard to get. I don't know why, but they're pretty hard to get. Let's see if I can pick one up, pick up the front. And they're heavy too. God, look at the body on this thing. Absolutely massive. They are adjustable. And this is for 3 to 5 inches of lift. It's a long travel. So right now the Jeep, because it has the Hemi, what they did was they took pucks and added on top of it. So they have a 1-inch puck, a 2-inch puck, and then the coil isolator to level out the Jeep on top of a 6-inch TerraFlex spring. And then it's got a TerraFlex spacer back here on top of the spring. So realistically, when this thing, before we got started, it had 7 inches of lift. Essentially 7 inches of lift, so it was pretty big. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to, here, let me back up a little bit. We're actually going to take out all those spacers, front and rear, and we're going to lower the Jeep back down just a little bit. And then if it's still too high, then we're going to change out all the springs, and we're going to go to like a 4-inch spring and then maybe a puck up front to level it back out. Or we can go to a 5-inch spring and then a 4-inch spring, and that will level it without using pucks, because I'm not a fan of pucks. So I think that's what we're going to do. That way, Kings are all nice and happy. They have a ton of up travel and down travel. There's still plenty of room for those guys, and there's plenty of room for all this fun stuff. So, I wanted to give everybody a quick update, and then let's see what else. We got Cole's truck almost done. We had a brake line issue, or he had a brake line issue where a brake line rusted apart where it was leaking. So we got that handled. Elaine's, hopefully, we'll get that done here in the next day or so. I think powder coat's done with her fenders. We've got we got Sean. He is getting a 1-ton steering kit, and he's getting an adjustable track bar. Couldn't tell you where any of that crap is. Well, here's the steering kit. Nice and pretty in red. Looking good. Then we got his adjustable track bar. Well, it's... Oh, there it is. Riff Country. Let's see. Rough Country adjustable track bar. Super heavy duty. Super awesome. But yeah. So we got... oh, we also have Ethan's overland trailer, which is really cool because it's basically the back end of a Humvee. Doing some weld repairs on this guy and getting him all situated. The rack system is not really stable, so it kind of wiggles back and forth. So some of these welds are kind of busting apart. So we're going to fix this, reinforce it, weld it, add some gussets and things like that. So this is cool. So this is not even Chrysler related or off-road related, but you know, we can do it. So if you got anything that needs to be done like this, we got you coming. We also got him some caps for the bearings because he didn't have a cap. And we're gonna do some wiring because in here is his battery box and he's got outlets on either side of it. So we're gonna wire these guys in there. That'll be pretty cool. It's got onboard water and a little pump, trailer brakes, breakaway, all that fun stuff. Yeah, so. Whoa. Oh, and the most important part is a bottle cap opener. So, get this all situated. I'm gonna get him going. Kyle's having fun. Matt's having fun. Everything's going smoothly. No issues as of yet, but you never know with builds like these because they're this is going to be completely different than what he has. 100%. So new drive shafts, new control arms, new axles, new brakes, new wheels, new tires, new shocks, new springs, new everything. So it's all has to be played with, all has to be tweaked. Anybody who tells you that, or if you buy anything that they tell you, oh, it's bolt-on, well, that's a load of crap because it's really not. Because every vehicle is a little bit different. Every vehicle takes takes a tweak that's a little bit different than somebody else's. So, or people will say, oh, we'll do it right the first time. That's a bunch of horseshit too, because the customer is the most in tuned to their vehicle than anybody else. So I could test drive it all day long and it feels fine to me, but if I give it back to the customer, he could say, hey, there's, I feel this or whatever, and we can go and address that, and we can tune it specifically to anyone. So I want to let everyone know that in the world of off-road and aftermarket, that we can get you done and get you handled, and we can get you tuned properly. It may take a little time, but we can get it done. All right. Thanks, guys.